morning and welcome to the latest episode of Tom Talk Live. No 25th Amendment necessary edition. Sorry, Terry. I want to do a Tom Talk shout out to the Recycle Coach app. For decades, we've been taught that it's better to recycle everything, but everything we can recycle doesn't mean everything can be recycled. Unlearn poor recycling habits that are contributing to high contamination and understand your role in the recycling process. Poor recycling habits cost municipalities. Proper recycling boosts our economy and protects the planet. Use the Recycle Coach app for free and help unite Newton to recycle better. Help your neighbors and colleagues recycle better. Event recap: the Newton Pool is open for the full summer season. Newton residents, make sure you take advantage of your free membership. We have our first concert coming up at the college July 13th, and then the next one's August 10th. And movie nights at Memory Park July 26th and August 23rd. Plans are underway for National Night Out on August 6th at Memory Park. Stay tuned for more details. And tickets will be available next month for purchase for the annual Taste of Newton event, Trinity Street, Central Plaza, lot number 4, September 9th. Hope to see you there, rain or shine, and any problems, blame Tamron. In the last episode of Tom Talk Live, we had Jason Miller, our favorite past, present, and future chief of the all-volunteer Newton Fire Department. Today we continue our flagrant attempt for high ratings, social media influence, and unlimited food composting by speaking with one of the key individuals in the Department of Public Works, the woman who keeps the trains moving on time and makes sure recycling is done properly for all residents in the Newton. Debbie Danielson, great to have you on our program.
Thank you.
Tell us, what exactly do you do for a living?
So, I have been with the town of Newton for almost 24 years. I started out as a 911 dispatcher, and currently I am the administrative assistant to the water, sewer, and road supervisors. I handle the recycling. I coordinate community service, handle all the phone calls, basically whatever comes our way.
What did you do prior to all of this?
Prior to all of this, I was a 911 dispatcher, and prior to that, I was a stay-at-home mom.
And how did your upbringing impact the choices you made with your education and career?
So, I was lucky that my mom was a stay-home mom, so I admired the fact that I was able to always have somebody to call when I left something home. So I wanted to be that same person for my kids, make the class parties, be there to support them.
If you could go back in time and give advice to the younger version of yourself, what advice would you give and why?
My answer to that is to accept and listen to all advice that's given, but not all advice is gospel. So take it all in and basically absorb it and make your own decisions.
And what do you consider to be your greatest life or career achievement?
So my greatest life achievement has to be, I was faced with a situation that I needed to self-educate and advocate for, and that situation has a very high successful rate and makes both parents very proud today.
If I could give you a do-over, what's the one project, life decision, or choice you made that you would do over and why?
There is nothing in my life that I would do over.
What was the most challenging experience you went through in your life, and how did you persevere?
The most challenging thing I went through was the week that the pandemic hit us in the state of New Jersey. I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I had to wait 8 months in order to get treatment because the medical facilities were not open. And once we were able to go in and I was able to receive treatment and have my surgeries, I had to do it alone because visitors were not welcome. So that to me was my biggest challenge.
All right, tell us, what's a typical day like in the empire that is the Department of Public Works?
So it is hectic. Post-pandemic, I think we've gotten busier. The demand for the road department's increased. I think a lot of people are staying home more, so they're seeing more, noticing more, therefore increasing phone calls to DPW for assistance.
Sure.
Hence us enhancing the recycling center because a lot more people are realizing, starting homesteads, recycling, composting. So this here is one of the things that's increased our workload.
And who does the department serve? Who are the clients?
The residents, the taxpayers of the town, those are our clients.
Since you started in the department, how have things evolved in public works? What's the same? What's different?
It's all changed. Our day is ever changing. We don't have a quiet day. Even when it's downpour raining, there's still issues. There's storm basins. When the sun's shining, there's still issues. So yeah, it's ever changing.
All right, tell us about the recycling center that we are in currently.
So the recycling center serves the town of Newton residents. It's free of charge. You can bring in cardboard, commingle. We now have electronics. We're expanding. We're doing food composting. It's self-service, as you can see. We do have an attendant that works here. You basically drive up and empty your bins.
All right, you mentioned food composting. What is it? What does it mean? Why is it important?
So food composting, pretty much since the pandemic, has taken a turn where I think the country in whole has realized that our landfills are filling up and that we need to do more to save the environment. So the town of Newton received a $300,000 grant from the USDA, and we have purchased containers for food compost, and in the near future, 2,700 households in the town of Newton are going to receive a kit for self-composting. So they will be able to bring their items here to the recycling center. We will then take the container to Ag Choice in Andover Township. They will turn it into compost, and then we will make that available to the residents.
What do you think makes Newton a great employer or place to volunteer?
The town of Newton offers so much, and I think between the coworkers, everybody comes from a different walk of life, so everybody's experiences are different. And I think just day to day, you know, especially with our coworkers, our day to day is not the same. So I just think everybody brings something to the table.
All right, your family's been involved in the community and county for many years. Why is it so important that people give back to the community?
I think people giving back to the community, not only seeing the reaction of somebody that you've done something good for, but it makes you feel good that you were able to serve somebody in a positive way or be support if something in a negative way. So I think just being there for somebody, you know, that helps your self-esteem.
Are there other towns in public works, recycling programs that you follow, that you're interested in, that you admire, that you've learned ideas from to help Newton?
Yes. So when I took on this position, Robin Hattersley from Sparta Township, formerly of Andover, she is my role model. She is my go-to person. She has all the answers. We work together a lot on ideas and basically going back and forth with what works and what doesn't work.
All right, some fun questions. If aliens landed in front of you and in exchange for anything you desired, offered you any position on their planet, what would you want and why?
So I would like the title of HFC.
Okay, which stands for?
Head Female in Charge.
Okay.
Well, we have the best organizational skills.
If you had to be shipwrecked on an island, but all your human needs were taken care of, what 2 items would you want to have with you and why?
A hammock, because I like to take naps,
Okay.
and my journal, because I journal every day.
Favorite cartoon?
My favorite cartoon growing up was the Smurfs. It's the Minions now.
Favorite food?
Yodels and Sour Patch Kids.
Tough combo. Favorite movie?
Urban Cowboy and Coal Miner's Daughter.
Favorite superhero?
Wonder Woman, because she's a fierce warrior, but also nurturing.
Favorite sports team?
Football, San Francisco. Hockey, Rangers. Yankees. And I think that's it.
Favorite musical band?
Beach Boys.
Tell us what you love about the town of Newton.
I love the fact that everything's within walking distance. I'm a big walker. I love to walk the parks and walk around town. So I just think it's nice that everything is so close.
All right, we're going on a tour. Give us a tour of our facility here.
So behind the camera, we have a clothing drop-in. So residents are able to make donations of clothing. There's a list on there So once a donation is made into the box, they can scan the QR code and receive a tax-deductible letter. All of the stuff that we collect goes to a warehouse where it is sorted and it's given to nonprofits, churches, and other organizations that help within the community. And then over here, we have mixed paper. So mixed paper is your junk mail, your magazines, anything that is basically has a coating to it. That's considered mixed paper. Then we have your commingle, which is glass, metal, and plastic bottles. We do ask that everybody rinse the containers before they bring it to the center, and that includes curbside collection as well. It is supposed to be rinsed. And then moving down the line, we have cardboard. And then we also started accepting rigid plastic, which is garbage cans, Rubbermaid containers, 5-gallon buckets, flower pots, coat hangers, anything that doesn't go in the commingled container. And then we have scrap metal, which we recently started accepting, and we partnered with Georgia Salvage. So that is anything metal, anything you have laying around. It could be chicken wire, metal hangers, patio furniture, exercise equipment, bicycles, washing machines, hot water heater, we take it all. And then on the very end, the green container, that is the food waste compost container. So once we go live with our program, the residents will be able to pull up and dump their container right into there. And then if we make our way over to electronics, we accept TVs, VCRs, DVD players, any kind of electronic component. We also recycle household batteries, alkaline batteries, cell phones, tablets, and then we just added the new battery recycling station, which is anything that has a marking of the letters P, capital P, and lowercase b. And that would be your automotive batteries, your tractor batteries, and also your emergency lighting batteries. So we continue to expand. We also have a couple garbage cans which are getting labeled right now. We are accepting sneakers, any condition sneakers for the Gunnar Bigley Foundation. It raises money for the scholarship for their foundation, and we also take plastic bags. We don't have a bin for those, so we take them and we put them in the garbage bag, tie it up, and then we deposit it for more funding that comes back to the center.
Great. Thank you, Debbie, for being a good sport and legendary guest on Tom Talk Live. That's a wrap. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram for further updates on events, happenings, and more. Rousseau out.